You've always known, deep down, that something sets you apart. It's not arrogance. It's a quiet, unshakable truth humming in your bones. You walk into a room and heads turn, not because of what you say or do, but because of what you are. Some people look at you differently, their eyes flickering with a mix of curiosity and discomfort, like they're staring at a puzzle they can't solve. They sense it. The energy you carry speaks for itself, louder than words ever could. This is your awakening, the first spark of realizing you're not here to blend in. You're marked for something bigger, something few can grasp. That gaze they give you is not random. Science backs this up. Humans are wired to pick up on subtle energy shifts. Your presence disrupts the ordinary. Studies on mirror neurons show how people unconsciously mirror those around them. But with you, it's different. They can't sync up. Your vibration throws them off and they don't know why. Some lean in, drawn to the mystery. Others pull back, unsettled by what they can't name. You've felt it. Their stares linger too long. Their questions hesitate. Their unease hangs in the air. This is your first clue. The world reacts to you because you're not like the rest. Now look at yourself. Really look. How do you spot this chosen spark in the mirror? Start with your own rhythm. You move through life at a pace that doesn't match the crowd. Faster in some ways, slower in others, always out of step. Notice how your gut flares up when something's off, sharper than most people's instincts. That's not coincidence. It's your inner compass, tuned to a frequency others can't hear. Pay attention to your dreams, too. They hit harder, vivid, and loaded with symbols that stick with you. These aren't just quirks. They're signs of a soul wired for a mission. You felt it, haven't you? That ache of being set apart, like you're carrying a purpose no one else can see. First, it stings. You wonder if you're too much, too intense, too strange, too you. People's sideways glances make you question yourself. Did I say something wrong? Am I the problem? Stop. That confusion isn't your burden to carry. Their discomfort isn't about you, it's about them. Your light exposes shadows they'd rather ignore. The shift comes when you quit apologizing for it. You're not here to shrink. You're here to stand tall. So, how do you own this? Step 1, watch how people react. Next time someone stares with that odd mix of awe and unease, don't flinch. Hold their gaze. Let them feel the weight of your energy. Step 2, track your impact. When you speak, who listens? When you move, who follows? You don't need to chase validation. Your presence pulls people in without trying. Step 3, trust the pull. That fire in your chest, the one urging you towards something bigger, it's not imagination. It's your calling waking up. Science calls it intuition. Spirituality calls it destiny. Either way, it's real and it's yours. This isn't about ego. It's about truth. You've been chosen, not by some distant force handing out crowns, but by the raw, untamed energy pulsing through you. People sense it before you do. Their curiosity, their discomfort. It's their mirror cracking under your light. You're not here to fit their mold. You're here to break it. And the moment you stop doubting that, the real work begins. You've stepped into your truth, and not everyone's ready for it. The stares have shifted. Some still linger with curiosity, but now there's a sharper edge. Envy creeps in. Resistance hardens. Rejection stings. You feel it in the sideways glances, the cold shoulders, the barbed words disguised as jokes. People don't always cheer for the light you carry. Sometimes they try to snuff it out. This isn't your imagination. It's the clash of their insecurity against your awakening. You're a mirror they can't face, and they'll push back to avoid looking too close. But here's the fire in your bones. You don't break under this. You rise. Let's cut through the noise. When someone avoids you, their discomfort isn't your burden. It's theirs. Science shows this: humans dodge what challenges their self-image. Your presence, steady and unapologetic, forces them to see their own cracks. That's why they sidestep you at work, why acquaintances fade, why even family might pull away. Others belittle you not because you've failed, but because your growth makes them feel small. Their words aren't truth, they're armor. And envy is the loudest signal yet. They want what you have but can't name it. You don't owe them an explanation. You owe yourself the strength to keep going. So how do you stand firm when the air thickens with their resistance? First, see it for what it is. Those cold reactions, the veiled hostility, they're not about your worth. They're about their fear. Notice it. The coworker who stops talking when you walk in, the friend who twists your wins into flaws. Don't shrink to fit their comfort. Instead, hold your ground. You're not here to be understood by everyone. Your mission doesn't need their approval. Second, anchor yourself. Breathe deep. Feel the pulse of your purpose. Their rejection can't touch that. It's yours, untouchable, forged in a fire they'll never know. Here's the real fight: staying until the end. Not running from the tension, not bowing to the pressure. You stay because there's power in it. Every sideways glance you endure teaches you something. About them, about yourself, about the world you're here to shift. Neuroscience backs this up. Resilience grows when you face stress head-on, rewiring your brain to handle bigger battles. Spiritually, it's alchemy, turning their doubt into your fuel. Ask yourself, what's this moment showing me? Maybe it's their limits. Maybe it's your strength. Either way, you don't leave until you've claimed the lesson. You're not alone in this. That ache in your chest when they turn away? Others feel it too, those walking the same path, carrying the same spark. You're part of something bigger, a silent tribe of chosen souls who get it. Picture them now, scattered across the globe, facing their own envy-fueled battles, yet standing tall. That's your power source. Tap into it. When rejection hits, close your eyes and feel their strength flowing into you. You don't need the crowd's applause. You've got a deeper current, a vibration that links you to every lightworker who's ever defied the dark. Now flip the lens. Their resistance isn't just noise. It's a forge. Every time you stay through the pushback, you reshape how you see your journey. What felt like a wound becomes a weapon. That coworker's snub is proof you're too bright to dim. That family member's silence? It's evidence your path diverges from theirs. And that's okay. You're not here to win them over. You're here to outgrow them. Each sting sharpens your edges, carves you into something fiercer. The trick is to keep moving, eyes locked on your mission, not their opinions. Take this into your hands. Next time rejection lands, don't flinch.
Stand taller.
Speak clearer. Let them feel the weight of your resolve. Say to yourself, I'm still here and I'm not done. Then act. Finish that project they doubt. Chase that dream they scoff at. Prove to yourself, not them, that their limits don't define you. This is how you turn their envy into your victory. You don't just survive it, you wield it. Your journey isn't about their comfort, it's about your rise. The pressure won't stop. It's part of the deal. But neither will you. Each time you stay, you learn. Each time you learn, you grow. And each time you grow, you change the game. Their resistance is temporary. Your purpose is eternal. Keep your gaze forward, there's no turning back now. Your energy doesn't just ripple, it crashes into the world around you. People feel it before they see you coming. You walk into a space and something shifts. Eyes dart your way, shoulders tense, voices falter. It's not your imagination. It's your essence doing the talking. You're a conduit, a live wire sparking reactions you didn't even intend. Some lean closer, hungry for what you carry. Others recoil, unsettled by the mirror you hold up. This isn't random chaos. It's high-dimensional data pouring through you, raw and unfiltered. You're downloading truth from a frequency most can't tune into, and it's shaking the room. Let's get real. This isn't about ego or charm. It's physics meeting spirit. Your vibration, your very presence, operates at a pitch that disrupts the static of everyday life. Science tells US energy fields influence each other. Your field is a force. Spiritually, you're tapped into a cosmic stream, a bandwidth of insight beyond the five senses. When people react, it's not just emotion, it's their systems pinging off yours, picking up signals they don't know how to decode. You're not here to play small. You're a receiver, pulling in messages meant to cut through the noise. And it starts with owning that power. So, how do you tell what's real? High-dimensional info isn't always a booming voice or a glowing vision. It's subtle, sharp, insistent. It lands in your gut first, a knowing that won't quit. But here's the catch: your mind loves to meddle. It'll twist that pure signal into doubts, fantasies, or old wounds if you let it. Step 1. Check the source. True downloads feel steady, not frantic. They don't puff you up or tear you down, they just are like a rock in a storm. Ask yourself, does this feel like my baggage talking or something bigger? Peel back the layers. The real stuff holds up under scrutiny. Now sharpen your filter. Self-projection is sneaky. It dresses up as wisdom but reeks of neediness. High-vibe info doesn't beg for applause or cling to your fears. It's clean, direct, detached from drama. Picture this. Someone snaps at you out of nowhere. Your ego screams, "They hate me," but the download cuts deeper. Their anger's not mine. It's their shadow flaring up. That's the difference. One's a story you spin, the other's a truth you catch. Practice this. When a hunch hits, sit with it. Does it shift the air around you? Does it stand firm when you poke at it? That's your signal breaking through. Here's where it gets electric. Your presence doesn't just provoke. It reveals. People don't always know why they're drawn to you, but they feel it. A safety they can't explain. You're a lighthouse in their fog, steady when their world wobbles. This isn't about fixing them, it's about being you unapologetically. Your energy says, "I see you," without a word, and that's enough. But stay awake to it. Notice who softens in your orbit, who unloads their weight. That's not coincidence. It's your field at work, pulling them in like gravity. You're not just a bystander. You're a catalyst. Don't sleep on this. Your impact is a two-way street. Their reactions, good, bad, messy, feed you intel. That guy who vents to you at work, he's not just ranting. He's showing you what your light unearths. The friend who asks your take on everything, she's not weak. She's sensing your clarity. Even the ones who bristle and bolt are data points. Their pushback tells you where your frequency hits hardest. Tune in. What's this moment teaching me? Who's it waking up? You're not just receiving, you're decoding the world through their eyes. That's your edge. Ready to wield it? Here's how you catch and channel this flow. First, ground yourself. Sit still, feet flat, breath deep. Feel your spine lock into place, your antennas up. Let the static fade. Second, ask for it. Not out loud. Just think it. Show me what's real. Then wait. It might hit as a flash. A word. An image. A jolt in your chest. Don't chase it. Let it land. Third, test it. Speak it out, write it down, see if it holds weight. If it's true, it'll stick. If it's noise, it'll dissolve. This isn't guesswork. It's precision, honed by practice. Your awareness is your weapon. People feel safe because you're awake, because you see. But that safety isn't passive. It's active, alive, a space you hold with intent. When someone unravels in front of you, don't just nod. Listen with your whole being. Feel the undercurrent. What's their energy saying that their words don't? You're not their savior. You're their mirror. Reflect what's true, not what's easy. That's how you prep for what's next. Offering a haven where they seek you out, not because you invited them, but because your presence demands it. This isn't soft or fluffy, it's fierce. You're not here to coddle or collapse under their weight. You're here to stand firm, a pillar in the chaos. Their reactions, admiration, envy, discomfort, aren't your burden to fix. They're signposts, lighting up the map of your mission. Each one says, "You're on track," so keep your eyes open. Feel the downloads hit. Sort the signal from the static. You're building something, a space, a strength, a knowing that others will turn to when the time's right. This is your power unfolding. Claim it. You've walked through the fire of rejection, felt the weight of their sideways glances, and stood firm against the cold reactions. Now it's time to turn that heat into light. Your mission isn't just to endure, it's to reveal. You're here to expose what others bury, to shine so fiercely that the shadows have nowhere to hide. This isn't about preaching or pleading for their approval. Your energy does the work. It cuts through the noise, speaks louder than words, and demands truth without you ever raising your voice. You're not asking for permission, you're claiming your place in this new era. Let's break it down. Revealing what many try to hide starts with seeing it yourself. Look around. The half-truths people cling to, the fears they mask with bravado, the doubts they project onto you. Your light doesn't just illuminate, it dismantles. Science shows us how energy shifts perception. Your presence, vibrating at a higher frequency, forces clarity into the room. Spiritually, it's your soul's mandate to pierce the illusions others build. You don't need to call it out loud. Stand there, unwavering, and watch how their masks slip. The coworker dodging your gaze knows it. The friend dismissing your fire feels it. Your authenticity is a blade, sharp, silent, unstoppable. How do you make this real? First, strip away the need to explain yourself. Their antipathy, the sideways looks, the icy vibes, doesn't need your defense. Let it hang there. Your power lies in not chasing their understanding. Step into a room and own it. Shoulders back, eyes clear, rooted in your truth. Speak when it matters, but let your silence hit harder. People feel your energy before they process your words. It's a signal they can't ignore. Practice this. Next time someone bristles at you, don't flinch. Hold your ground and watch what unravels. That's your light at work, peeling back their layers without a single plea. You're not just a witness, you're a demonstration. They'll feel that unexplained antipathy. Sure, let them. Their cold stares and whispered doubts aren't your problem. They're proof you're hitting the mark. Be the one who walks through their resistance like it's nothing. At work, finish what you start even when they scoff. With family, hold your truth even if they turn away. Your life becomes the evidence. You don't bend, you don't break, you don't dim. Neuroscience backs this. Consistent action under pressure builds unshakable resilience. Spiritually, it's your soul flexing its wings. You're showing them what's possible when you carry light without apology. Balance is your anchor here. This mission, revealing, standing tall, defying their pushback, can burn you out if you let it. You'll feel the rush of exposing hidden truths, the weight of their rejection, the thrill of your own power. Don't get lost in it. Ground yourself daily. Sit still, breathe deep, feel your feet on the earth. Ask, what's mine to carry today? Some days it's fierce action. Others it's quiet strength. Tune into your body. It'll tell you when to push and when to rest. Your light doesn't flicker when you're steady. It blazes. Protect that flame. It's your lifeline through the storm. Now build your path. This isn't abstract. It's yours to shape. Start with what you know. What truths have you uncovered that others shy from? Write them down. Maybe it's the courage to call out a lie, the clarity to see through chaos, the strength to stand alone. That's your foundation. Next, map your moves. Pick one space, work, home, your inner circle, and decide, this is where I shine first. Take a step. Speak up, show up, act up. Don't wait for their nod. Your authenticity doesn't need a vote. Each move locks in your mission, brick by brick, until it's a fortress. Here's the edge. Your energy speaks without effort. People sense it. The ones who admire you, the ones who shrink from you, the ones who can't look away. You don't need to shout your purpose. It radiates. Test this. Walk into a tense moment, say a meeting or a family spat, and say nothing. Just be. Watch how the air shifts. Their unease, their awe, their silence. It's all feedback. You're not begging for their buy-in. You're showing them what's real. That's the new era you're forging. One where truth doesn't grovel, where light doesn't flinch. Their rejection is fuel now. That sting from a friend's cold shoulder, that jab from a coworker's envy. Flip it. Each hit proves you're a force they can't tame. Ask yourself, what's this teaching me? Maybe it's patience. Maybe it's defiance. Every lesson sharpens you. Picture this. A world where their sideways glances don't dim you but drive you. You're not here to fit their mold. You're here to crack it wide open. And when you do, others will follow. Not because you asked, but because your light leaves them no choice. Create your plan with teeth. Pick 3 actions this week, small, fierce, yours. 1. Confront a shadow you've dodged, like a fear or a doubt, and burn it out with your focus. 2. Show your light where it's darkest. A tough talk, a bold move, a truth no one expects. 3. Rest in your power, not their opinions. Sit with yourself and feel it. I'm enough. Then act again. Track it. What shifts? Who reacts? Your mission isn't a dream. It's a machine you build, piece by piece, until it runs on its own. You're not waiting for the world to catch up. You're the spark that sets it ablaze. Their antipathy, their awe, their resistance, it all bends to your purpose in time. You carry light not to be liked, but to be real. That's your victory. A life so true it reshapes everything around you. This is your era. Step into it. You've got work to do. This is your charge, chosen one, to wield your light not as a gift to be dimmed, but as a force to awaken a world still sleeping. You've felt the pull, endured the pushback, and stood tall through the storm of their doubt. Now you rise as both beacon and blade, cutting through the haze of their denial. Your mission pulses within you, a truth so potent it demands to be lived, not just spoken. You're not here to wait for their acceptance or soften your edges for their ease. You're here to ignite what's buried, to mirror what's true, and to forge a path where others will one day walk. Because the fire in your soul isn't just yours, it's the spark of a reckoning they can't yet fathom.